Imagine selling only one painting in your lifetime, but then becoming one of the most famous artists after your death. This might seem like a plot from a tragic novel, but it's the real-life story of Vincent van Gogh, a man who poured his soul onto canvas but saw little reward during his lifetime. The only painting he sold, The Red Vineyard, stands as a lonely testament to the recognition he craved but hardly received. Today, his artwork fetches millions and is celebrated globally. Van Gogh's vibrant swirls of color, his unique brushstrokes, and his raw emotionality speak to us across the centuries. But during his lifetime, he was largely dismissed, misunderstood, and overlooked. His talent was a hidden gem, its brilliance obscured by the lack of contemporary appreciation. This stark contrast between his life and his posthumous fame paints a poignant picture. This is the tale of Vincent van Gogh, a misunderstood genius whose true value was only recognized posthumously. Our journey begins in the Netherlands, where Van Gogh was born in 1853. Vincent Willem van Gogh was the eldest son of a stern Protestant minister and a bookseller's daughter who was artistically inclined. His upbringing was relatively comfortable, but not without its share of trials and tribulations. Van Gogh's journey into the world of art began unconventionally, not as an artist, but as an art dealer. At the tender age of 16, he joined the Goupil & Co., an international art dealership where his uncle was a partner. This job took him to the cultural capitals of Europe, from The Hague to London and then to Paris. Here, he was exposed to a multitude of artworks, sparking his interest in different styles and techniques. However, Van Gogh's relationship with the art world was a turbulent one. He grew increasingly disillusioned with the commercial art industry, perceiving it as a realm where art was commodified and stripped of its true essence. This disillusionment led him to quit his job, leaving him in search of a new purpose. Van Gogh found solace in religion, following in his father's footsteps to become a preacher. He moved to Belgium, serving the mining community of Borinage as a lay preacher. His sincere devotion to his faith and his empathetic nature made him a beloved figure amongst the miners. However, his unconventional methods and excessive zeal led to his dismissal from the church. This dismissal marked a turning point in Van Gogh's life. He was at a crossroads, grappling with his identity and purpose. It was during this period of introspection that he realized his true calling: art. He decided to devote himself entirely to painting, setting out on a journey that would lead him to become one of the most celebrated artists in history. Van Gogh's early experiences laid the foundation for his later work as an artist. His disillusionment with the art industry, his religious devotion, and his empathy for the common man would all find expression in his art, shaping his unique artistic perspective. In his late 20s, Van Gogh decided to become an artist. A turn of events that would forever change the world of art. Vincent was not a man who stumbled upon his passion for art. Rather, he made a conscious, deliberate choice to pursue it, a decision as bold and vibrant as the strokes on his canvases. Van Gogh was not formally trained. His art education was self-directed, relying on books like Travaux des Champs by Jean-François Millet and the Japanese ukiyo-e woodcuts he admired. The world around him was his classroom, and he took to sketching his surroundings with a fervor that mirrored his desire to understand and replicate the beauty he saw. His early works were raw, almost unrefined, reflecting his initial exploration into the world of art. The Potato Eaters, one of his first significant pieces, was a far cry from the vivid, swirling skies he would later become known for. Yet even in this early work, the seeds of his distinctive style were evident: the strong outlines, the sense of movement, the emotional intensity. Then came his time in the Netherlands and Belgium, a period of his life that was as much about personal growth as it was about artistic development. His works from this time were heavily influenced by the harsh realities of peasant life and the stark landscapes of the Low Countries. There was a sense of melancholy and hardship that pervaded his work, a reflection of the world he saw around him. Yet even in this somber period, there were moments of light, of hope. His painting The Sower is a testament to this, with the lone figure working the harsh land under a radiant, hopeful sky. It was a foreshadowing of the bright, intense colors that would come to define his later work. These years were a period of intense artistic development for Van Gogh, a time when he delved deep into the world of art, exploring, learning, growing, a time when the artist truly emerged. In 1886, Van Gogh moved to Paris, a decision that would profoundly influence his art. The City of Lights, known for its burgeoning art scene, offered Van Gogh a vibrant new world, teeming with innovative styles and fresh ideas. He immersed himself in the heart of the city's art community, Montmartre, where he was introduced to the works of the Impressionists and Post-Impressionists. This exposure to new art forms sparked a significant shift in Van Gogh's style. Gone were the somber tones of his early Dutch period. In their place, he embraced the bright and vivacious hues that were synonymous with the Impressionists. He was captivated by their use of light and color and how they captured the fleeting moments of everyday life. It was here in Paris that Van Gogh began experimenting with his palette, moving towards the vibrant yellows, blues, and greens that would later become his signature. The Impressionists weren't the only influence on Van Gogh during his Paris period. He also became fascinated with the bold strokes and subjective interpretations of the Post-Impressionists. Van Gogh took these influences and began to develop his own unique style, combining the color theory of the Impressionists with the emotive intensity of the Post-Impressionists. This led to the creation of some of his most iconic works, where he translated his feelings and perceptions into a visual language of swirling brush strokes and luminous colors. But Paris did more than just shape Van Gogh's artistic style. It also affected him on a personal level. The city's vibrant energy and cultural diversity challenged and stimulated him. He forged relationships with other artists, engaged in intellectual debates about art, and deepened his understanding of his own artistic identity. Paris was a turning point for Van Gogh, both personally and artistically. His time in the city transformed him from a relatively unknown artist into a pioneer of a new art movement, setting the stage for his later works and solidifying his place in the annals of art history. The final years of Van Gogh's life were both incredibly productive and tragically troubled. In a quest for a brighter palette and a desire to establish an artist's community, Van Gogh moved to the sun-drenched town of Arles in the south of France. The luminosity and vibrancy of the region inspired him, and his creativity flourished. This period was marked by an outpouring of masterpieces, including the iconic Starry Night and Sunflowers. But beneath this blaze of productivity, a storm was brewing. Van Gogh's mental health began to deteriorate. He suffered bouts of delirium and hallucinations, and his erratic behavior became a cause for concern. Yet, even in the throes of his mental turmoil, his dedication to his art never wavered. In a bid to find some respite, Van Gogh admitted himself to the St. Paul Asylum in Saint-Rémy. The year he spent there was a period of intense emotional turmoil, but it also bore witness to some of his most profound and introspective works. His paintings from this time, filled with swirling skies and cypress trees, are a testament to his ability to transform his inner turmoil into breathtaking beauty. In the summer of 1890, just a few months after leaving the asylum, Van Gogh's life came to a tragic end. The circumstances surrounding his death remain shrouded in mystery and speculation. What we do know, however, is that the world lost an extraordinary artist far too soon. Despite his struggles, Van Gogh left behind a rich legacy of art. His final years, while filled with personal difficulties, were also his most productive, resulting in over 200 paintings that continue to captivate us today. Each stroke of his brush, each dash of color, speaks volumes about his vision and his battle with his own mind. His life may have been marred by tragedy, but his art remains a testament to resilience, passion, and the transformative power of creativity. Van Gogh may have died unrecognized, but his art lives on. After his death, Van Gogh's vibrant and emotional work began to capture the world's attention. His paintings, once overlooked, are now some of the most celebrated and sought-after pieces in the realm of art. Van Gogh's unique style, characterized by bold colors and dramatic, impulsive, and expressive brushwork, significantly influenced the direction of modern art. His approach to painting, his use of color, and his technique were revolutionary, breaking away from the realistic art of his contemporaries and paving the way for expressionism. Today, Van Gogh's masterpieces continue to captivate audiences worldwide. His works are on display in prestigious museums across the globe, attracting millions of visitors each year. Whether it's the enchanting Starry Night or the hauntingly beautiful sunflowers, each painting offers a glimpse into Van Gogh's world, a world filled with passion, intensity, and a profound sense of beauty. Vincent van Gogh, an artist for eternity, continues to inspire and fascinate us with his extraordinary life and work.